a small claim would typically take around about 6 months to conclude. Sometimes it can take longer than that, but from start to finish, that you'd be aiming for about 6 months by the time you get to trial and get a judgment. Unfortunately, well, I wouldn't say unfortunately, quite frequently we don't get instructed to deal with small claims because of the value of the claim. You'll often say to a client, it's not necessarily the best thing for you to do for us to be involved on a day-to-day basis in running this claim, because the costs could soon become disproportionate to the sum in dispute. Another important, one major factor in that as well is that if it's a small claim, then you can't recover your costs, or it's only in very unusual circumstances that even if you succeed, that you will recover your legal costs. So you could end up with, it's a Pyrrhic victory essentially, and the only time you really find, or quite often you find clients instruct these solicitors just because they want to prove a point against their opponent. It might be drawing a line in the sand, showing to other debtors that they can't get away with it. So as I say, it's not often that we get instructed in small claims, but we do deal with them from time to time, and more than happy to do so. Yes, and then a fast track claim, which is a claim for anything up to between £10,000 and £25,000, you would usually aim to be getting to trial within a year. And then a multi-track claim could be anything between a year and 2 years, perhaps even longer. It really depends on those sorts of cases, how complicated they are and what comes out in the wash as the case moves on. Because I've recently been involved in a case which settled, but which was scheduled to be going to trial about 3 years after it had been issued. And that's because it became so complicated with the amount of documents that were involved, witnesses, and lots of other unexpected events happened throughout the course of those proceedings that had not been envisaged at the outset.